We can talk now to the photographer who took that picture that we've been showing you of one of the suspected assailants on the ground with canisters apparently strapped to his body. And the photographer who took that picture is Gabriele Sciotto, I hope I've pronounced that right, who joins us now from our central London studio. And just tell us exactly what happened, what you saw and what you photographed.
Hi. So far, for what I've seen, I came in after the man stabbed some other man. I'm not sure about this or whatever happened. When I got in, tried to pull me off of the scene, and I actually ran towards the scene because I noticed this man with this kind of explosive-looking bells on their chests, and yeah, and they were running. They didn't even know, I guess, what they were running, and a police officer was trying to put himself between them and the crowd, and after that they were almost coming towards me. I tried to run away, and then they going towards the main street, and it's at that point that I ran towards them, and more police came over. And I guess they were like on radio or something, because in around like 2 or 5 seconds they shot all the 3 men down, and yeah, so that's what I honestly saw. Yeah, any question?
And the man that you took the picture of, these canisters that were on his body, I mean, what did you think they were?
I mean, the first sight, I thought it wasn't anything real. It didn't look real to me, though I'm not like the person that could honestly say if they're real or not, because I have no experience in regard. But they look like just a toy to me, so that's why I wasn't too scared.
James, so you weren't scared? I mean, a lot of people obviously would have been if they had seen that.
Yeah, tell the police as well.
10 p.m. local time here on Saturday night.
And just tell us what you've been in this part of London. You were watching the football, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's all right. I'm a Juventus fan, and since I'm a documentary photographer, I was simply there. I saw the situation coming up, and I ran towards it. And yeah, I was just, you know, looking for the truth, the situation, the scene to happen.
But you must have been, I mean, pretty alarmed by what you saw and what was going on all around you.
I've been in sort of situations like this before. I mean, I don't think you realize how scary it can possibly be until you put yourself into it. Because it was like, even a policeman could have shot me, because it was like me, the police, and these 3 men. So, you know, I was lucky, definitely.
All right, well, Gabriele Sciotto, thank you very much indeed for being with us. And a little earlier on, my colleague Martin Croxall spoke to a journalist, Redmond Shannon, for what he saw.
I've spoken to a couple of people. The first was a young woman who was on the bridge at the time of the attack. She didn't see how people were injured, but she did see at least 2 injured people. And she saw one of those people being attended to, given CPR. Obviously, she wanted to get away as quickly as possible. People told them to get away as quickly as possible, and she was driven by somebody who had a car on the bridge away, and I met her at the north end of London Bridge near Monument Tube Station. The second person I spoke to was a young man. He was out with friends, clearly extremely disturbed by what he saw. He told me that he saw a knife. He saw something happen, which he said he just couldn't articulate. It sounded like it was very violent. It sounded like he was extremely traumatized. And he said if he had been crossing that bridge 2 minutes later, he believed it would have been him. He was too upset to say any more. He wouldn't give me his name, but he and his friends were extremely upset, and they walked away about 3/4 of an hour after the incident happened.
So tell us where you are now and what you can see.
I can see the police cordon has been extended further north away from above Monument Tube Station, and police are basically trying to divert a lot of people who are looking for taxis, looking to get home after a night out, trying to just keep the area secure. It has calmed down a lot. An ambulance went by about 10 minutes ago into the scene, but for the most part over the last 3/4 of an hour it has been a lot quieter, but obviously there are a lot of emergency response vehicles still on the scene.
Yes, apparently a lot of first responders have been calling in, offering to come into work, and they've been deluged with offers, and thankfully they have enough. As you've really implied with eyewitnesses, they can't quite believe what they've seen sometimes.
That's it. The young man who spoke to me said it is the worst thing he has ever seen. That was what he told me, and so bad. He couldn't tell me the level of violence. He didn't want to say it. You could see it in his eyes. He was extremely upset, and when he wanted to stop talking, I let him go because he had obviously seen something quite terrible.